What's up, sneaker fans? Thanks for tuning in to a more than hype unboxing and review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a personal favorite with an SB twist. It's the Air Trainer 1 in the chlorophyll colorway. Now when you see this box, usually you'd expect a Dunk or a Blazer to be inside, but these contain the lesser known Air Trainer 1 SB. So let's get right into the review, starting with the packaging. So these come in your regular orange label SB box, Nike SB and an orange swoosh on top. Then on the side you get a smaller Nike SB logo. Taking a look at the size tag, official name of these are Nike SB Air Trainer 1 ISO, which stands for in-store only. Basically what that means is these were only released in skate shops, making them pretty limited. I actually had to get my pair from overseas, which was kind of a pain, and that's also why you don't see a retail price for these on the label. In the US, these retailed for $115. Official colors here are medium gray, black, and white. Kinda surprised they didn't include chlorophyll here. Style code is CW8604001. As far as sizing goes, I got a size 8.5 in these. That is my true size in Nikes. So Air Max 1s, Air Max 90s, Air Jordan 1s, I wear a size 8.5 in all of those. I got that here, and I like the fit. For the women looking to get a pair of these, the conversion is 1.5 sizes up. So this 8.5 in men's, as you can see on the box, would be a 10 in women's. Now, let's take a look at the shoes. So first impressions, I'm just happy to finally have a pair of these in my collection. If you didn't know, there's a lot of history behind this colorway and silhouette. This was the OG colorway of the Air Trainer 1 that first released in 1987. It was the first of its kind, being a cross trainer, designed by Tinker Hatfield. And just a little bit of sneaker history here to put this into context. 1987 was the same year that the Air Max 1 was released for the first time, also designed by Tinker Hatfield. So a really big year for Nike, two classics releasing at the same time. Let's take a closer look, starting with the upper. So the thing I'm impressed with most is the quality of the materials used here. Last time these retroed was in 2012, and the consensus was the quality of those just weren't very good. Same could be said about a lot of Nike shoes that came out around that time. But I'm happy to say this version is much nicer. You get this nice soft white perforated leather on the toe box. Same smooth leather and white goes around the collar of the shoe here. On the medial side you get more perforated leather, but in a different pattern. No swoosh on this side, and that's one of the things I really like about Air Trainer 1s. Just this almost blank half of the shoe looks really cool to me, especially in this OG colorway. Gray suede overlays go around the toe box, up the eyelets here, this quarter panel here, as well as on the heel. This suede material here, I wouldn't call it buttery. This was released as a skate shoe under the SB line, so the materials I'll say are still nice, but it also feels durable. Nice Nike Air embroidery on the heel. More of those green chlorophyll hits on the top eyelets here, which might I add look very similar to the top eyelet on the Air Max 1 that released in that same year. Chlorophyll on the label, which reads Nike SB and Air Trainer. Chlorophyll green lining on the back of the tongue, as well as on the Nike branding on the forefoot strap. Now this is made of a really rubbery material. You can kind of tell by how much lint gets stuck to this thing. The idea here was that the strap would lock your foot into place during lateral movements, and that connects to this reinforcing suede piece on the side here in black. That same material is used on the swoosh, which I think really pops and adds a lot of nice contrast here atop of that gray suede. These come stock with flat white laces, and you do also get an extra set of black laces. No branding on the eyelets, so other than on this label on the tongue, the only other place you see SB branding is on the insole. And you actually do get a nice foam insole, and being an SB, it also includes a small zoom bag on the heel for a little bit of added cushioning. Other than the green on the tongue, the lining is all in this white fabric, and you do also get a nice amount of cushioning around the collar. Moving on to the midsole, it's a polyurethane midsole with an air sole unit inside, so the comfort on these is pretty comparable to other retro trainers from this era. One difference though, the foam is really low profile, especially when you get to this forefoot area here. That makes these extremely flexible and easy to wear. And we can't talk about the midsole without talking about the outsole, starting with this exaggerated outrigger that protrudes all the way up to the upper. This working in tandem with the strap to keep your foot in place was the sell by Nike and how the cross-training segment was born. This was a shoe marketed as something you could do everything from running to playing tennis or basketball in, and that design concept also translated itself into the traction. So, multi-directional traction for your multi-sport athlete, these were targeted to. You even have what looks like a pivot point designed into the traction pattern, reinforced toe and heel, mostly in white, some gray hits, and then a very small, almost freakishly small Nike logo in chlorophyll as well. Overall, this shoe didn't have much hype around it, which I was glad to see, since that means sneaker fans that really appreciate the shoe can get them without having to pay an arm and a leg. The materials are very nice for what is an $115 retail shoe, especially considering the history of the silhouette and this specific colorway. If you like this retro look, or you're just looking to get your hands on a piece of sneaker history, I'd recommend you get a pair of these for your collection. But enough talk, let's get an on-feet look. And that brings us to the end of this review. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more sneaker related content, and I'll catch you on the next video.